to learn math page for section 3.4. It's on adjacent angles and linear pairs. They give you those key terms there just in case you forget what those are. Number 1, tell whether the statement is always, sometimes, or never true. If the statement is not always true, explain why. If two angles are adjacent angles, they form a linear pair. There's two adjacent angles. Do they form a linear pair? Nope. There's two adjacent angles. Do they form a linear pair? Yes. So that sometimes happens. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Part B, the two angles in a linear pair are both acute. Well, here's a good example. That's an acute angle. Is that an acute angle? No, that's a linear pair. What if you had two acute angles? Would it make a linear pair? Well, acute angles are less than 90 degrees. If you add two numbers less than 90 together, are you going to get 180? Never. Part C. If two angles form a linear pair, one is acute and the other is obtuse. Well, sure looks like it here. But don't forget this example. Here's angle 5 and here's angle 6. They're adjacent. They make a line. Is one of them acute and one of them obtuse? Not in this case. Can be, but don't have to be. Sometimes. Part D. A linear pair of angles is an adjacent pair of angles. Always. That's the definition. They have to be adjacent first. Number 2, let's use the figure to the right here. So we have two lines that cross that makes four little angles. We're going to call them 1, 2, 3, and 4. Name the four pairs of adjacent angles. Write a sentence to explain why they're adjacent. Well, angle 1 and angle 2 are definitely adjacent. Angle 1 is also adjacent to angle 4. Why are they adjacent? Well, they share a vertex. They all share a vertex. And angle 1 and angle 2 share this ray, and they don't overlap. That's really the only sentence you need to write. Now, angle 4 is also adjacent to angle 3. And angle 3 is also adjacent to angle 2. Those are your four pairs. Now, they just so happen to be linear pairs also. These adjacent angles make a line in every single case. These two make a line, these two make a line, these two make this line, and these two make that line. So name the four linear pairs. It's these same ones. Why are they linear pairs? They're adjacent and they make a line. So you need to write that. Part C. Name all angles that appear to be acute. Well, the acute ones are going to be the smaller, skinnier ones, like angle 2 and angle 4. Explain your choice. They're smaller. They would fit inside a right angle. That's why they're acute. Name all angles that appear to be obtuse. It would be angle 1 and angle 3. Those are bigger, wider, fatter angles. That's what obtuse angles look like. Number 3, write several sentences explaining why this statement is true or false. The measure of the two angles in a linear pair add to 90. That's false. The measures of two angles in a linear pair add to 180. A linear pair is a line, 180 degrees in a line or a straight angle.